All right, everyone, welcome back. It's Albert LaBelle, and the lock we got to take a look at this time is right here. It's the Abus 7240. I've had this one in the lock drawer for quite some time. They give it a 6 out of 10. Now, Abus locks, I've always liked Abus locks. I think they make some pretty decent locks and lock cores. Now, this is obviously one of the smaller ones, so it's not going to be, one of your big high security type locks. Probably fairly easy to cut with a decent sized bolt cutter. Yeah, 7240. And there's no doubt there's security pins in this thing. Protector so the lock don't get scratched. Purple color. But yeah, handsome lock. And check out the bitting on that bad boy. Pretty nasty. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's a 6-pinner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And like I said, probably chock full of security pins. And let's see. It can be disassembled, so we might go ahead and do that. But first, let's see what it takes to pick into it. I'm going to use one of my customized, generally these are bottom of keyway tension tools, but if you shorten the end there a little bit and you put that little, carve the side a little bit right there, I found these things work fantastic up here and they don't flip over on you when they're shorter. Just put that little, I just grind the side just a tiny bit and it grabs real good if you put it right there. So they work fantastic. And I'm going to use one of my sliver picks from Sparrows. I slid a handle on this one, but these are the 12 thousandths. All right, see if we can't get something started here. I don't know what end I want to start on, so I'll start on the front first, and if we need to change up, we'll change up. Need to get a little bit of movement on the core before we can do anything. There we go, just like that. Okay, all the way in the back, counter rotation. Here we go, got my false set back. Counter rotation. There we go. Oh, there we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Practice makes perfect, people. That was pretty awesome. All right, so Phillips screwdriver. Bada boom, bada bing. Right there. Yeah, buddy. Practice, practice, and then practice some more. All right, get that screw out of there. What do we got? All right, so it looks like we can do this. Put some of this stuff aside, and let's see what we got here. I don't know if this dude's going to work or not. Make sure we're locked back up. Oh, wow, that was easy. That's probably a first for that. Okay, pinning tray, bada boom, bada bing. Right down here, I'll tell you what, let me move this down a tight bit. All right, key. Put it about there, grab us a shim. Always use a shim. If Bosnian Bill taught me anything, it's always use a shim. And he taught me a lot. All right. Now, I don't know what size follower, but it does look small, so I'm going to go with this dude right here. And see if that's the right size. Yes, it is. All right. Fancy dancy. And let's see. I had to pick pretty much all of them. You can see that back one when I said there was counter rotation. Let me grab my pokey. So you can see they all needed to be picked at least a little bit, all 6 of them. All right, so you know how this works. I like to speed this part up because it can be seriously boring. So I'm going to get these laid out and we'll be right back. So enjoy some tunes. All right, so we are back, and just as I expected, they are all, well, the first one is not a security pin, I don't believe. Let me grab my specs so I can see as good as y'all can. And let me see that first one. Okay, the first one is standard. Standard in chamber 1, but all the rest seem to be serrated spools. Nope, just standard spools, sorry. Spool pins. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All spool pins. So yeah, pretty decent little lock. Like I said, not the biggest, toughest, strongest lock. Probably about a 1/4 inch shackle. You know I put the specs for these locks, my specs, at the end of these videos. Not what's on the box. I measure everything myself, so the specs that I put on the end of the video are legit. So yeah, no cutting corners. But yeah, there you go. That's the Abus 7240. Again, pretty decent lock. A lock I would use on something, you know, small and simple, a toolbox, maybe a locker, something like that, because it's not likely, you know, the guy next to you is a decent lock picker. But hey, weirder things have happened. So there it is. The Abus 7240. They give it a 6 out of 10. I'd say that's probably about right as far as pick-wise. Pretty decent. So there it is. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I highly appreciate it. Remember, if you're not subscribed yet, you need to do so because all the cool people are doing it and you don't want to be left out. Thank you.